After responding to the Vault 88 distress beacon, you will hear a voice, which is of this ghoulified overseer from the pre-war times before the bombs have dropped because she's trapped behind this rubble. The quests involved, if you choose to do them, require you to build a beacon, bring in a few settlers from outside, and run experiments on them by building various things in this environment, which we are going to scrap today. However, if you're like me, you don't want to do that because your life has been damaged by Vault-Tec. So, you can choose to expel her.
Vault-Tec destroyed my life. Vault-Tec can burn for all I care.
Listen, I understand that a former Vault resident could harbor certain
I'll tell you
feelings. These experiments, I will let you run them. If you find anything unconscionable, just don't do it. Or change the parameters of the experiment. I assure you these devices can make people's lives better. Just give me a chance.
This is my vault now. If you want to live, leave.
I understand. I will leave. Here. This is everything you need to run the vault. Let me live. I'll be leaving.
After expelling her, you automatically fail the Model Citizen quest line, which means you cannot run the settlements in the way that she intended. However, she does leave you the prototypes for the items if you want to do so. But in today's video, we are going to be scrapping all three sections of the Vault 88, and we're going to start off with a quick save because using the scrap everything mod as well as scrap just a little bit more, we can accidentally scrap parts of the floor. Since we have our own vaults, this is going to be a rather enjoyable experience for me personally, partially because I deeply enjoy scrapping. I find it to be relaxing, but also we're going to be turning this into a mega vault. We're going to be linking up a variety of different areas with a different section for each thing. And this video is going to be much longer than what you may be accustomed to. So I encourage you to check out the timestamps down below because we are going to do the sections piece by piece, so to speak. This is a very, very big place. There's a north sector, there's a northeast sector, there are other sectors. There's a lot going on here. Now, what we will do is we will get rid of just all the rubble, all the debris in this main room here to start off for the first part of the video. And I think when we get to the building point, I think we're going to do a massive 3 to 4 story vault. This will clearly be the atrium section. We gotta be really careful here now because we can scrap walls and like vault corners and things like that. So we're just gonna take our time. Hopefully we don't break anything. That looks fine. In the process, can get rid of the railroad tracks and the signs on the ground. Yes, this looks nice. This looks nice. Get rid of the steamer trunks. Get rid of the train. And we're gonna kind of leave this stuff alone because if we get rid of too much of it, it will probably break the environment, and that's something we definitely want to avoid. The key thing is that the main area be nice as possible, as flat as possible. and allows us to continue the build in a immersive sense, as with all settlements. Now, coming over here, these things are actually fascinating. The super reactor cores, as well as their pieces, they give a ton of nuclear material. We see here this one gives us a full 20 nuclear materials. So that's enough material for one fusion reactor. This we're gonna have to leave alone because removing this, I believe, will break the system. Let's just do a quick test. We'll do a quick save. One of these you do not want to break too much. This one is fine. Okay. Perfect. Alright, we don't want to get rid of the cave floors. We can move this debris out of the way. We'll leave that debris there. And we will continue very carefully clean up Vault 88 in its glory. Got the northeast section here. This is... Oh, it's trying to get us to scrap the cave floor here. Be very careful. Otherwise, there'll just be a big white gap in the opening, and stuff will fall through it, including you, and that is going to be a nightmare to try and fix. Vault crates are gone. Get rid of the trailers. We'll get rid of pretty much everything here. We'll get rid of this. There we go. Look how nice this is turning out. We'll get rid of the candles too. Eventually, there we go. Look at... And excellent. So this is going to be, as I said, stage 1, where we're just cleaning. We're not doing any building right now. We are not doing any building right now. We are just getting this completely situated for us to build a floor and walls, and we're not going to destroy the cave floor here. We'll get rid of this dirt pile so it makes a little bit more sense. Do a once over. Get rid of this train. Get rid of this guy. Dirt pile. Lunch pail and the bugle. Perfect. So we want a nice flat kind of box environment to build inside of. And we can leave like the floors here for the time being. That's not going to be too terrible because we can just scrap that whole thing for now. Because we can map out how we want to build it. We can build like a hallway over here. Get rid of this emergency light, get rid of this, get rid of that. And dirt pile and this. Perfect. So now we just got flat cave floor going all the way around the main section of this part. And we got a bunch of garbage that we can pick up as well. Get rid of these rocks. Perfect. So right here we already have the setting for a sizable vault area. And since we already went to the other areas, I will do a little demo on each so that way you can do it in your game too. We're going to head over the north sector and begin there. Walking into the north sector, you will have to be careful because there are mole rats and ghouls that will attack you. I already walked through this area and you can see that there was quite a few mole rats here to greet me. But this will bring you to an entire cave system full of more mole rats, as well as a variety of other things. There's some ghouls we knocked out here, and we even have a train station here that you can loot with the newsstands and more tool chests and vault trunks, as well as these two ghouls here. Be wary of the bloated glowing one. They can be dangerous at younger levels. Now, in order to activate the north sector, you need the control board, much like the other one. And that is it.
Yes.
Here. When you're done looting, you can make your way back the way you came. And we can bring it to the... it's really the Vaultex version of the workshop, but it's just right up here. So we can bring it right up here, and we can activate it, and that will turn this area into a scrappable place. So let's do another quick save, and let's begin scrapping out this location. This location is a little bit different, just because we've got cave pillars and things here. So in addition to not scrapping the dirt floor, be very careful that you don't end up accidentally scrapping the ceiling here. We can see there's a cave floor, there's limestone walls. We just wanna leave kind of everything as is for the most part. We just want to get the rest of this cleaned up so that way it can be very useful. Be careful with the ledges. Be very careful with the ledges. You don't wanna break the environment. This is probably one of the most sensitive locations in all of Fallout to do settlement building. Not just because of how big it is and time-consuming it is, but it's also very sensitive in that you can damage your environment, which will break the immersion and will make it overall harder to build. We can leave this as is. We'll leave the ledge alone, I think. I really don't want to do too much here. Okay, yeah, see, like this, yeah. You saw how it was overhanging there for a second before we scrapped it. That's a very real possibility in this area. So we're gonna just scrap all the dirt piles and all the things, make it reasonably functional. And we're gonna have to get rid of this, and that. And we kind of already broke it here. So what we can do without needing to jump is we can just do a quick fix, i.e. Just some wooden stairs. Like, doesn't need to be fantastic, but we can just put a wooden stair thing there, so that way we can go up and down. We'll leave this cave system for the most part as is, but we have we've got an entire area over here that we can do because of the settlements extended building mod. And we're gonna get rid of this ghoul ambush. We're gonna do another quick save here because something tells me we can make this really clean and we can break this very easily. So we're gonna just keep chugging along here. That is as is. Okay, we can unlock this for a cute little room here. That's nice. Get rid of the ghouls. We'll try and clear out the debris as much as possible. Again, ideally without breaking anything. Oop, ghoul ambush, light radiation. We'll get rid of all of that. Get rid of the debris. Get rid of this debris. All right. So this is going to be turning out relatively nicely. We can build entirely in this area too. just keep chugging along here. Restoring this underground train station to its former glory. And looking through here, I think I can get rid of the barricade. Yes, we can. We'll deal with that area later. Just because that goes up to the surface, and that'll be part of the build that I do. For now, we're going to stick to kind of the big main parts, because that's going to be the key aspect of this. I'm going to do a quick save, and I'm going to now test and see what happens if we scavenge out all this debris, whether or not it belongs there, or whether or not we can unlock something in the process. This is my first time doing this with the settlements. Does this actually go anywhere? This just goes, okay, I mean, we could have a dead end there. That doesn't look too terrible, and then I'm assuming this will turn into potentially something. Maybe it just goes into another dead end. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Alright. As long as it's clean, we can make it work. Now, continuing right along, we're going to go back the way that we came. And we're going to scrap out this whole area. I can leave some of the train station bits here, I think. We'll just get rid of the monorail car. And we will continue knocking out all the debris. In the north section here. Very good, very good. Ghoul ambush, we don't need. We got another little room that we can turn into something. Alright, we can definitely... I'm thinking of building shops in here. I'm thinking of building, like, shops in this area. Or... potentially some type of living quarters away from the vault itself. So this could be perhaps where the undesirables live, or just where the overflow of people live, because we are going to turn this into a massive mega vault set up. Let's get the stairs done. If I can highlight it here. We're going to do another quick save. And we're going to push up and see where this goes. Ever so carefully. This goes to a dead end. Okay. That's fine with me. Same thing with this area. My guess is it's going to turn into... You guessed it, it turns into a dead end. I love it. A lot of dead ends. A lot of stuff. I think we'll leave the debris up there because that'll leave a gap in the ceiling. Get rid of the door itself. And this monorail car will undoubtedly be taken out as well. Now, we're going to time skip ahead. I'm going to make my way to the next sector, which is going to be the northeast sector, and we will begin taking that to a state of pristine cleanliness. Like with every other section, the northeast sector requires a control board. And when you hit the activate button, it'll say this won't work without a control board, and then if you notice on our Pip-Boy, it tells us where to go. So walking back up here into this cave system, we're going to be going to collect that control board. Now, in my game, I already cleared everybody out for the sake of time for saving time, basically. Cleared out the mole rats and some ghouls here, but we come down here, and make sure you come around the stairs because it's can be a little confusing. The control board is here.
There we go.
And now we can head back to the northeast sector, excuse me. And now we can start scrapping some of the area. With these settlements extended building mod I have, it's a really time-consuming process, and it's a very big vault. I think it doubles the size of this vault, honestly. So I'm going to be doing just kind of the key parts in our scrapping adventure. That way you guys can see mainly the highlights of what it's like to scrap this with the scrap everything mod, as well as the scrap just a little bit more mod. They work hand in glove, and I will have the links in the description as always. Go check them out if you're on PC. If you're not on PC, there may be a console variant. Somebody posted STS for console players. I'm not sure if that works, so take that with a grain of salt. But I would say give it a go, check it out if you want to try to do something similar to what we are doing in this video today. And here we can see we've already got a nice kind of flat environment going on here. This is all scrapped and clean, so we can just slowly make our way up here to get to the remainder of the sections. Get rid of all of the things, so that way we get all of the items in the workbenches, in the workshops, excuse me, and that'll just mean that we have plenty of resources to build out our massive vault on top of what we've already scrapped from other settlements that I will be moving in here. Off camera, I've also been putting some time and work into supply lines. Those are important, and I highly something broke here. Something broke here. We can fix that at a later point. But that's precisely why you do want to be careful, because right here we've got this little kind of knack thing here. So maybe it would be a good spot to excuse me, to put in maybe a hollowed out rock. That might be a fun Easter egg for our settlers to find. And we come back over here, and we've entered the north sector, which is a place we pretty much already took care of. Excuse me, my apologies. So all of these places are linked, and that allows us to go through them without too many issues. This light did not despawn. That's going to be something we can fix at a later point. We can carefully clean out some of this section here. Not too much, just because we don't want to destroy the overall environment. But we can get rid of things such as this this barrel. We will just disable that bad boy, and I think we can leave this as is. Get rid of some of these rock mounds just for the easier maneuvering through this this cave. And we end up here, we can clean out this area as well. Just knock out all these mole rat things. All these mole rat corpses. And then we will come back at a later point and just disable that which we cannot get right now when I do the actual build. I will say this build is going to take me a while, so please bear with me because I'm still building out other settlements. Given the sheer size of this, I want to make sure you guys enjoy the build. I really do. This is going to definitely put my my building skills to the test when it comes to just how I go about doing this. We'll get as much trash out of the way here as possible. There we go. Look at this. So right now we're kind of in the northeast section. I think we made our way back to more of the northeast section, but still it all kind of merges together at the end of the day. Which is gonna mean more resources for you should you use these mods, and more places to build, more places for settlers to go. This is I highly recommend not sending settlers or companions here that you care about, just because this place is so big. It's going to be very, very challenging to... Oh, we broke this. That's not good. We broke that. We will fix that, I think, by... How do we fix this? I think we're gonna put down... We'll put down just a generic floor. Where are the floors? We're gonna put down a generic floor for the time being. And I think I can get away with just squashing it like here, maybe. More or less. We've got the place everywhere mod as well. We'll just do... I don't know, maybe a ramp. Yeah, we can mess with that later. We can mess with this specific thing later, but gotta be very careful here. Things break easy. We'll get rid of these. Definitely get rid of the radiation. There's also rocks that generate radiation. We'll leave that there. So we're just gonna carefully pick and choose what we scrap here. Gonna get rid of the mist. I'm not a real fan of mist personally. Like, I know it can add to the environment, but when I'm building, I prefer to not have it. We've got dirt piles here. I think we'll leave that alone, just because we may be entering the south section, the southeast section of this. We've got a whole rock slide here. We're actually back at... We did a full circle. I got turned around, but very easy to get turned around in here. So we're back in the northeast section. We'll leave this whole rock slide alone, I think, just because I'm a little bit nervous as to what deleting it will do. And we're gonna scrap a little of this here, and then we're gonna double back to knock out the final section of the vault that we're working on. We've already got some more vault pieces here that we can work with. So very carefully get rid of these things. Very good. Make our way back here just to knock out all of these things. And pushing forward, we're going to be ending up heading back to the main area that we started in with the original scrapping section. We'll leave a lot of this as is, just because it's part of the scenery here. We can knock out this stuff. We'll leave the lights on. And here we are back at the main vault. Alright. I had a spot to do the dirt pile. Oh, okay. Okay. This is, we're gonna have to fix this. This is, yep, that's fine. We can fix this. I'll probably put down, like, some, just generic floors here, just to really kind of offset it, so we can do it, like, assuming it'll snap. It may not snap, because we've got a lot of stuff going on here. But, there we go. We got that one to snap, that snaps, and then that snaps there. Okay. And this looks reasonably clean. Okay. Perfect. Now, for the final section of the video, we are going to be going down this railroad tunnel to deal with that final sector. Heading toward the east sector, we go down yet another subway station tunnel. And this one's rather easy. You come down from the main area, you walk around here, and here's a control board.
There we go.
Pretty straightforward. Now, to get to the east section workshop, you would just go through here, and we're gonna make a quick right, and there it is. Keep in mind that when you first step in here, you will be ambushed by mirelurks, a hunter, and also a queen that's back there. So make sure you come fully prepared, and make sure you loot all the stuff from them. Mirelurk queens do have a lovely variety of loot on them, including the Mirelurk queen meat. Great food options there. We're going to activate the East Sector Workshop, and now all of this is interconnected. So we can start just scrapping all of this, going back to the main section, and we have just completed the quest, Explore Vault 88, because now this is fully operational. Get rid of the emergency light and the construction light, and now we can go to town. There is water over here, so I do not suggest scrapping it, because if you don't necessarily have any mods, this might be a good place for water purifiers. But since we have place everywhere, we can just leave that as is. I'm gonna leave a lot of the environment as is. I kind of like the vibe of this area overall, especially with this East Sector water pumping station. I think that's nice. We probably should not have deleted that. Let's reload to the quick save, and we will jump back in. As we come back in, another thought with this location is you could also put a farm here. You can also put a farm here. We're going to complete the quest again. We're going to be extremely careful to not scrap too many things that's not in the environment that we don't want to. I'm thinking of just getting the railroad tracks, clearing out a lot of the garbage, and then just leaving this area as is, just so we you know, we don't break anything else, because we did break a couple things in the course of making this video that we had to fix. So let's just scrap these bad boys here. We'll get this guy, trash. Get these guys here, perfect. And this is gonna be good to go, I think. So with this area completely done, we can make our way back to the vault section, clearing out the dirt piles as we go. Oh, we broke that. We'll fix that later. But this whole thing is breakable, you guys. This whole thing is breakable. Oh my goodness, this is definitely gonna be a fun video for those of you watching at home, just watching me break everything. Alright, so I think we'll leave the tracks as is. I'm just afraid to break anything else right now. We could mainly do like a floor set here, I don't know, something. But let's at least get rid of the barriers, like so. Let's at least get this kind of flat. We do not want to scrap these railroad tracks at all, because that will, in my opinion, irreparably break the scenery. So we are fine with this being as is, and we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this video with me. It's been a wild scrapping adventure. We do still have, you know, all this stuff to like pick up here, but other than this, I'm just glad you guys are here. Hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button if you like what you saw. And as always, I will see you next time.